Hey folks, and welcome to another update. So, today I decided to try and make a fully finished image, including a background. I know, craziness, but yeah, it went okay, I think. So, on the image you can see in front of you, we have the three basic poses. There are going to be 3 yards that I'm going to use for the image. I went to more of a sketchy style of doing these. I was happy enough with how they turned out to progress into the inking, which you can see up in front of you now. Again, the inking's nothing to write home about. It's the same basic bare bones inking that I've been doing, but I think it's getting a little bit, the lines are getting smoother. Obviously the background, the vanishing points of the background are a bit off. If you look at the further left hand side character at his feet, you can see the lines are coming too far to the left on the ground. I'm guessing all of you can hazard a guess as to what inspired this one, just by the background. There's a certain Let's Play on this channel that might give it away. But yeah, overall, I was happy enough with how the sketching and the inking turned out to progress to the next stage, which was doing the a new layer of clothes and armor, which is my first real attempt at doing a proper head-to-toe I suppose character design in a way. Also the first time trying to do weapons and guns and swords. Or maybe not swords, but guns definitely. And I also did a bunch of stuff in the background to mess up the wall and the floor and give a little bit of texture and a little bit of interest to it. I think they came out okay. I'm not a huge fan of the character on the left. I think the head looks, the helmet's a bit weird. I think it could have been better off being lower down. And I kind of went very sketchy with the pen. I was trying to get a little bit of sketchy ink look going on. I'm not sure it really worked well for the image. But I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it turned out too bad. Obviously the armor and the clothes, I tried to get a little bit of geometry going with some of the armor on the arm and the chest. The legs are very much, more or less skin tight armor, which probably not the best choice. The spear and the shield I think came out okay, but my real kind of characters I think that turned out well for this one would be definitely the character on the far right. Although the crossguard in his sword is not particularly well done, as handle's too thick. But he does have a functioning hand, which is good. I think his head looks well, I think his upper body looks well. I think the character in the middle looks good. I'm not used to drawing guns, hence the gun's not the best. And again, the sword in the background, slung across his back, the handle's way too thick. He doesn't have a hand either on either side, which is a bit of a detriment. One of the things I do like though is the something just fell off my desk. One of the things I do like is the head of the middle character. I think it came out pretty well. Oddly enough, the textures on the back of the wall that's coming through to his face makes it look really creepy. I think he came out very well. I think, yeah, definitely the character on the far right and the character in the middle. Looking at the actual image itself, I probably could have just cut the character on the far left out and left the other two in. And then actually I could have cut both characters, the one on the left and one in the middle, out and just left the one on the right. I think that actually would have been a better composition for the image overall. Yeah, I think that actually would have looked a lot better. I don't know why. It's not really necessary to have those two in there. But I think, overall, the image came out alright. And I tried to progress on to color. And color I try to do a lot of things with. Some things I probably shouldn't have attempted, as you can see now. It's, yeah, like it's fine. I tried to get the shading a little bit more blended in. I tried to work around with a bit of color theory, and then I really tried to get an idea of how the lighting would be coming from the light on the back of the wall, and the circuit board in the back of the wall, and from the door from the left, and have essentially three sources of light, two of which being different colours, green and red, hitting the characters, which it was difficult to do, but it was a good challenge, and my first time trying to do it. And then also adding in the fact that the shield that the character on the left is using is in fact a plastic riot shield, which means it's see-through and clear. That just added to it being a little bit more difficult to try and simulate. But I'm kind of happy how it came out overall. I think it looks well. I don't think it looks great. I don't think it looks particularly good, but I think it looks well. I think it's definitely a step up from what I've been doing, and it was definitely a challenge to try and apply absolutely everything I've learned up to this point, especially with trying to get the characters' shadows hitting the back of the wall as well and going up. I think there's a lot of elements I was trying to work on, and it's also the first image that I've finished to date. Also, I added in rain and splashing of rain. That was pretty difficult, trying to, not so much where the rain was hitting, but trying to get some form of visual representation of it that actually looked decent. And kind of the idea is that they're just three guards at a reactor in one of the dirty kind of outdoor laneways of it, on one of the gantries. Yeah, I think it came out okay. I think it came out okay for all of the elements I was trying to incorporate. And I got it done within, what time? Yeah, it took me about 2.5 hours to do, from sketch to this, which, I know, it's pretty quick, from what I've heard. It could be very slow, I don't know, but I'd like to think it was quick enough to get it to this point. Yeah, so I hope you guys have enjoyed this update. Yeah, it's gonna be another one tomorrow. Hopefully we continue to progress as much as we're progressing. That the longer I look at this image, the more things I'm picking up that are wrong with it, and yeah. So I'm going to end it here on a good note, which is it turned out well. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Please like, share, and subscribe. Leave a comment if you want, and have a great evening and a better tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Cheers.